Jeep has enjoyed extensive growth in Europe over the last few years, moving from around 300,000 sales in 2009 to nearly 1.4 million in 2016. That success looks set to continue, too, with cars like the all-new Compass vying for market share against some seriously established segment giants. Those who recognize the Compass name may remember the last model, which went on sale back in 2011. It lasted a mere 3 years before slow sales forced the axe to fall on its head. Jeep has higher hopes for the new model, and rightly so, with an extended platform borrowed from the smaller Renegade, a distinctive new look and tech that makes the old car seem like a distant memory. Design is always subjective, but it's also a crucial aspect of a Jeep's rugged appeal. All the basics are there, with an upright front end, the trademark 7-slot grille and trapezoidal wheel arches giving it plenty of macho kudos. Some bright color combinations give it personality, too, although the design won't be to all tastes. While the outside is a welcome departure from the family crossover norm, the interior is a bit of a disappointment. Quality is acceptable enough, aside from a pair of really cheap-feeling column stocks there's enough high-grade, soft-touch materials in a reasonably solid feel. It's no Volkswagen Tiguan, but it's far nicer to sit in than before. It's just a pity that there's little of the color and personality found in the cheaper Renegade. Very few of that car's funky Easter egg details have transferred to the bigger Compass SUV, and it's all a bit dark and characterless. The seats are flat and fairly unsupportive, too, while rear visibility is pretty woeful thanks to those thick C-pillars. A rear-view camera is only standard on limited spec and above, too. Still, the updated 8.4-inch Yukon Neck touchscreen in our test car is fitted to all but the base models, and it's large, clear, and responsive, with plenty of features including Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's a bit of a busy design, though, with a mass of menus to navigate through. Strangely, there's physical buttons for the climate control alongside a menu in the screen that does the same job, but the former is easiest to use on the move. The Compass comes with a raft of safety tech installed, though, contributing to the car's excellent 5-star Euro NCAP rating. The old model only managed 2 stars from an easier test regime. Practicality is very much a mixed bag. The Compass has 7 cm added to the wheelbase compared to the B-segment Renegade, and that has a big benefit on rear seat legroom. Average-sized adults won't find their knees touching the seat backs, but we'd avoid the panoramic sunroof, which despite Jeep's claims to the contrary means rear headroom is quite tight. The 438-liter boot is unremarkable, to a Tiguan, which Jeep considers the closest competitor to the Compass, adds nearly 180 liters to that with the rear seats in place. We're testing the 1.6-liter diesel, which is forecasted to be more popular than the 2.0-liter despite only being available in two-wheel drive form. Interestingly, Jeep reckons that for the first time, a petrol variant, specifically the base 138 bhp model, will be the biggest seller, though that wasn't available to try. The base diesel feels sprightlier than you'd expect, though, with strong enough performance for most needs and better refinement than the coarse 2.0-liter. A claimed 6.4 mpg is impressive, too. It still gets raucous above 3,000 rpm, however, while there's more vibration through the controls than in the best crossover rivals. Once up to a cruise, it's wind and road noise that are the dominant intrusions. The Compass handles better than you might expect given Jeep's traditional off-road bias. It stays reasonably flat and level in the bends, and while the steering is on the light side, it's at least accurate and quick. It feels grippy and controlled in most conditions, but the ride lets the side down a bit. For all Jeep's talk of a new frequency-selective damping system, it seems to fidget about on a typical A-road more than rivals, and while the soft setup means it deals with large bumps effectively, sharp potholes can unsettle it around town. With Jeep also citing premium cars such as the BMW X1 as competitors, we expected a more sophisticated drive. Where we expect the Compass to have an advantage over crossover rivals is off-road, with lots of talk from Jeep executives about ground clearance and axle articulation. Of course, that will only apply to 4x4 versions, and whether that justifies the price is another question. Our, albeit generously equipped, limited spec model is pricier than a top spec Peugeot 3008, but undercuts the equivalent Volkswagen Tiguan. Though with strong predicted residual values, Jeep's UK boss promises finance deals will be competitive.